Good afternoon and hello. My name is Susie Baker and I'm a drafter at the University of Northern Iowa and a member of AFSCME Iowa Council 61. I'm here today along with fellow AFSCME members in cities across the state to speak out against Governor Branstad those double standards. Our governor has handed out bonuses and recruitment bonuses worth tens of thousands of dollars to his political appointees to get around Iowa laws which have already established pay limits. At the same time, he has attacked middle-class state employees like me who take pride in our work and serve the people of Iowa honorably. To speak more about this double standard and how AFSCME members serve our state, I would like to introduce Danny Homan, President of AFSCME Iowa Council 61.
Thanks, Susie. Hi, as Susie said, my name is Danny Homan. I'm President of AFSCME Iowa Council 61, and I've had the privilege of being president of this organization for the last 7.5 years. State employees are your neighbors. They work hard to provide your communities with important services that make Iowa a better place to live, work, and to raise a family. AFSCME members take pride in our communities. They do their jobs well. They keep prison inmates locked up, our kids protected from harm, our veterans and most vulnerable Iowans cared for, and our roads safe. They help unemployed Iowans find jobs and provide quality services to our public universities and students. Most recently, we saw how effectively public service workers do their jobs during the statewide blizzard we had in December. Tomorrow, AFSCME members will begin working with Governor Branstad to determine how effectively we can continue keeping our neighborhoods safe, healthy, and strong. But unfortunately, our governor has chosen to vilify and attack us in order to score political points. We stand here today across the state, united because our governor has created a double standard. He pays massive bonuses to his department directors while demanding that middle-class state employees take major concessions. Some of the bonuses given out by the governor exceed what many state employees make in a year. Let's be clear, no one, and I mean no one, recognizes the economic hardship of Iowans more than we do. We are on the front lines making sure that struggling Iowans can make it through these tough times. That is why when Iowa was in the depths of the recession, state employees stepped up and made big sacrifices in pay and benefits to save jobs and assist our state. Today the state has a surplus and reserves over $1 billion, partly because of the sacrifices made by state employees. And we received some more good news. Wednesday, state collections are up state tax collections are up 9.1% compared to this same 6-month period a year ago. But the governor continues to demonize public service workers while he rewards his friends and cronies. For example, Branstad has paid massive bonuses to the Iowa Department of Revenue Director Courtney K. Decker, nearly $21,000 in additional pay. He has given the Department of Public Safety Commissioner K. Ryan London over $16,000 as a recruitment bonus. Debbie Durham, Iowa's Economic Development Director, has received $30,000 bonus each year for the last 3 fiscal years. And Paul Trambino III, the Director of the Iowa Department of Transportation, received more than $30,000 in moving expenses. And these are just the examples that we've been made aware of. I have one question I'd like to ask Governor Branstad. Who else has received these bonuses or these reimbursements that we don't know about? In addition, many appointed directors who didn't receive the bonuses or other incentives to boost their pay instead received a 4% across-the-board increase in pay, according to a recent story in the Cedar Rapids Gazette. Branstad's hypocrisy doesn't end there. He is also proposing huge tax breaks for major corporations. He's even promised an Egyptian company $648,000 in state tax correction and state tax credits for each permanent job they create. He has also paid a consultant a six-figure fee for bogus studies about state employees' pay and benefits. For those other 20,000 employees represented by AFSCME, he's asking for wage freezes, reduction in health coverage, and increased insurance premium payments. We believe Iowans deserve an honest, open, and scandal-free government. They deserve leaders who are fair and don't create double standards between political appointees and the middle-class Iowans who work in our prisons, public universities, state offices, mental health institutes, and on our roads and in our hospitals. In conclusion, we stand ready to work with the governor in the coming days, but we will not stand for further cuts to Iowa's cities, towns, and neighborhoods while wasting state surpluses on lavish bonuses to appointed cronies or tax giveaways to out-of-state corporations. Across the state, the 20,000 state employees represented by AFSCME are united, and we will remain strong and determined to hold the Branstad administration to the principles of fair and equitable collective bargaining in the days and weeks ahead. Thank you, and I'll now answer any questions you may have.
Do you feel as if you're headed to arbitration?
I'm going to continue with my statement, Kay. I'm going to work as hard as I can to reach a voluntary settlement. We are starting the negotiation process tomorrow. Where that process takes us is, I believe, up to the governor of this state. I believe our committee is willing to work with him to reach a voluntary settlement. I guess where we end up is going to be laid directly at the feet of the governor of this state.
I think that same Gazette article pointed out other governors have done the same thing regarding bonuses. Is this governor doing anything different than previous governors in the state?
Yeah, I believe he is. Chuck Culver ended the practice of giving out bonuses. Tom Vilsack did do it and was criticized for doing it. I don't hear that same criticism coming from anybody other than us and other organizations like us. So yeah, we believe it has started up. I believe it's accelerated. Take Debbie Durham, for example. She got a $30,000 bonus day one on the job. At least the previous governors waited till they had done something for the state before they gave them a bonus. She got one walking in the door. The other individuals all got these bonuses when they were hired. The theory behind the bonuses in the past has been a reward for providing exceptional services to the state of Iowa. Well, I would at least think you'd have to work here before you got that bonus. And these folks haven't, many of them.
What do you say to the governor's comments that the you need to pay their fair share in terms of health care compared to?
We are.
So can you describe what exactly? I'm new to Iowa.
Okay, that's fine.
What do you guys have that you think is fair? How would you characterize them?
You can't bargain in a vacuum, and that's what this governor wants us to do. We've been bargaining health insurance wages for over 33 years. We have given up pay increases. We have modified our plans over those 33 years to get to where we are today. So this governor, and I want to point out that a lot of that bargaining was done during Terry Branstad's first term. Now he wants to trash everything we have done and say, well, you just give it up, and you also give up the wages and the other benefits you gave up to get to where you're at. And because I'm now the governor again, we're going to trash that system. No, we're not giving up 33 years of bargaining history. Many of our employees pay 85% of their premium.
And how much are they paying?
8 or 15% of their premium. But it's not just the premium. He's trying to take a health insurance plan with a modest out-of-pocket and put in a $5,000 out-of-pocket. We're not talking about tweaks and modest changes. We're talking about radical gutting the state employees' health insurance plan.
What's
So-
the average salary for AFSCME
An AFSCME member,
In
probably
Iowa?
our average salary is somewhere probably in the neighborhood of $40,000.
Iowa? So this would be a hardship.
This is going to be a huge hardship. You take a single mother, 3 kids, working as a custodian somewhere here in Des Moines, we're talking about a major hardship. How would you like to have a plan? You had to pay $5,000 before the 100% kicked in. And it's going to bankrupt people. Okay?
What's the objective of this press conference, the 5 or 6 that are going on simultaneously here? It would seem to, I mean, going into the negotiations, this would seem to make it more difficult maybe to find consensus.
Well, the objective of today's news conference is to, this organization has basically become fed up with seeing this governor pass out state dollars to corporations and his appointed directors in violation of the law, we believe. And we didn't start this story. I believe this story was broke first by the Cedar Rapids Gazette. And it is just continued to mushroom. So we're calling him on the carpet for it, okay? Bargaining is bargaining. I'm not here to talk about bargaining, okay? I'm not going to tell you what my plans are for tomorrow or the next weekend or the weekend after that or the weekend after that or the weekend after that. But we're calling attention to this governor who is attacking state employees and saying, you have to pay more, you have to freeze your wages, but I'm going to give state money to some corporation from Egypt to come in here and create jobs. Or we're going to give Walmart a tax cut. It's not fair. These are hard-working, middle-class citizens of this state that go to work every day and put their life on the line. Correctional officers that go inside a prison that is grossly understaffed, not knowing whether they'll come out the same way they went in. DOT equipment operators who went out on these roads right out here in front of this building and worked during the blizzard when nobody should have been out. Even the governor acknowledged nobody should be out because he closed state offices till noon. Right? But our members, the members of the Polk County Secondary Road crew, other public sector workers all across this state were out there plowing those roads and that crap. So that all of us could get in our cars and go somewhere we really didn't need to go for that day. But that's what public workers do every day. And that's what the state workers in this state do every day. And this governor keeps attacking them and asking them to give up more. It's over. Okay? From our perspective, it's over. This state has got $1 billion surplus. You know, health insurance premiums went down over 6% in this state. There's no reason for the change, other than Terry Branstad wants to demonize and attack state workers. I hope that answered your